And we're live. Hi everyone, this is amateurgamer, and I'll be returning to Beyond All Reason cast, and now we're moving on to a 3v3 Altored Divide Bar Remake 1.6. That was a mouthful of name. Anyways, let's first introduce this team, and then we'll look at the map. So for orange, we have Tim 3 Adams. Red, we have Wing Isaac Win. And yellow, we have Snorkel Whack. Green, we have Evolves. Blue, we have Parax. Paraix? I don't know. Teal is McDuddle. Okay, let's get things going. So we see top side. This could be a 5v5 from the way the metal extraction sites are distributed. Yeah, it definitely looks like it could be 5v5. So we have the initial start. We do have. Those are very generous rocks. 100 metal. Yeah, those are worth a lot. Wow. Anyways, got distracted by the metal. So if these are scalable, they'll be difficult to scale. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 major paths that units can go through. These are really close quarters. A couple of high grounds to put radars to know of the enemy locations. Interesting. And we have some palmetto, some energy in the center. We see some grunts over here. Doesn't look like either side is very aggressive, which is not surprising. I mean, it's early enough. I mean, there might be some raids. I have definitely seen like different types of player. Like some players like to get one static defense against early raids, or at least get a radar tower so you're aware of it. And then there are some who like go a little overboard with guards. I think that's too much. Having one in a central location would probably suffice. And anyways, we do have Blue pushing forward a bit, trying to control this entrance. Did one get through? Yes. So the question is, well, it depends on where you go. If you go to the player that went a little overboard, yeah, you probably, yeah, green is not quite paying attention. Wait, what? Was it too close so the explosion blew it up? Oh my god. Well, that's one thing I'll note in the future. But yeah, that was a. It could have destroyed all of these and put quite the hindrance. Orange is very slow to close this off. Red seems content on. I don't know why all of these are just following the commander, but sure. Yeah, the top side seem content on securing the entrances and expand from there. Orange is just building up their economy, just doing what they're doing. Red is playing follow the leader. That's what it looks like. Yeah, only yellow for the south side is actually seems to be Easter Island statue. Why are they shining? I don't know. Teal is building a bot lab this far forward? That's interesting. Yeah, losing all of those is not great. The question is, will orange be in a position to respond to that? I cannot understand people who go for tier 2. But it's probably because these people don't cast that many construction turrets. Yeah, orange is basically giving teal way in. Tier 2, like, this is an AI. You don't have time to build build tier 2. That's actually pretty cool. Wait, are these all separate? I love how this gives same amount of metal as that. Or maybe that's just one whole thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm predicting the top to win because orange is basically... Okay, maybe it's too early, but if these guys are able to take out the enemy metal extractors... I mean, red did respond effectively, so there is that. Yeah, Tia's like, I'm gonna attack the metal extractors. I mean, I would still say things are leaning towards north just because north is getting all of this more or less uncontested. We do see some maces. Are they going to respond? Honestly, I feel like them falling back is probably not the smartest. Were they always that quick at building these? Are these? No, these are sentries. Yeah, at this point they might have to go a little aggressive. Man, Tio didn't take advantage of that, huh? There was... Ooh, if Tio isn't careful, they are going to lose the commander. Yeah, these maces, if they could keep at a safe distance, they would be quite effective. Where's blue? Oh my god, all of these tier... I mean... all of these tier 2. Honestly, if the south side was more aggressive with tier 1s, they probably could... You'll find it crazy. All of these tier 2. I mean, this is... Is it done? It's not even done. And meanwhile, red is attacking from back here. They did some damage. They probably kind of pay for themselves. I mean, at this point, if... I mean, nothing wrong with a lot of Quakers, but if you have nothing to defend them, it kind of defeats the purpose. Or are they coordinating attack? Yeah, the fact that these are so grouped up is really bad for them. Why are you sending a Quaker all the way to the front lines? I don't know. Yeah, losing that is definitely not worth it. I feel like red is overestimating how much a commander can take. Yeah, that commander is gone. And meanwhile, red is... If teal... Ooh, that's a lot of friendly damage. Just say, they kind of ran in there. And right now I feel like between red and orange, teal is in a pretty bad spot. But if those stealths are able to get in position, I think they could fend the enemy off pretty well. That's the thing, teal have to actively attack because in terms of range, they are not great. Yeah, these grunts, this is what I meant, like, these are great if you have units supporting the front line. If they get caught out, they are kind of screwed. And yeah, all of these tier 2s, are you still getting... Please tell. What the heck is happening? I think these guys are gonna get picked off so easily. Unless they're able to see the enemy soon enough. Yeah, blue just doesn't have enough support for these guys. And given how expensive they are, you definitely want to support them. Yeah, these pawns are gonna pay for themselves by eliminating all of that. Sometimes when I watch these, I'm like, I'm pretty sure these players are used to fighting bots. I mean, teal and orange are having a nice back and forth. Green is... I don't know what green is doing. Yeah, blue is just lucky the enemy isn't more aggressive. I don't care if you have all of these guards. I guess earlier when they did have all those Quakers, yeah, they could have made something happen. Now the question is Orange actually building... They're building a Fat Boy? Oh dear. If they could protect it, that'd be great. And honestly, yeah, if they had all of those Quakers still around, Blue might be able to... Are they done, the Fat Boy? Yes, they have one. You know, I said it too early. Like, I actually thought Teal was gonna use the advantage to come in and destroy Orange, but they became too passive in the end. And right now, I think Orange has a huge advantage, especially now that they have one Fat Boy. They keep that safe. They're able to inflict a lot of damage. Like, I feel like for Teal, if they could get... Oh, did they lose their... Okay, they did lose their factory. I mean, honestly... Oh, right. Yeah, that's where the bot lab is better. You could, like, resurrect certain units. Oh, yeah, that commander better be careful. I think it's gonna... Wow. That commander's lucky. I didn't realize how... Oh, red... That's a tier 1, right? Yeah, nobody has anti-air, man. Red really changed the tech and picking off that commander. And honestly, there isn't a lot of anti-air for any side. Wait, Tremor. Heavy artillery, mobile artillery. I mean, if one of these fat boys get involved, yeah, things would be different. And yeah, losing that commander does mean that Teal doesn't have as big of a map presence over there. And then meanwhile, green is kind of stuck fending against... Oh, did green get a tier 2 constructor? Yeah, right now, with the coordinated attack from yellow and red, green can't hold on. And Zars are just too slow to help fend things off. I mean, yeah, Zars hit hard, but if they get swarmed, it kind of defeats the purpose. And now that there are active bombers, I don't think there's a clear answer anywhere. I don't see AA. I don't even think Teal knew how their commander fell. And if these bombers... Honestly, even the Banshees are gonna be a pain to deal with. I'm surprised they didn't keep pushing. Like, I guess... See, this is why intel is so important. Like, if they know that there isn't a lot of defenses, they probably would have been... Oh, there's a Sam. Sam will help them. Teal, not so much. They are getting back the metal. And now we're back to be honest, I like what yellow's doing. Yellow's like, we'll get tier 2 later First, I need to make sure I actually win my engagement. Oh, all of these. Ouch. Radar jammer, radar. I'm surprised red is taking this so long. Are they referring to blue? Or are they talking about green? I mean, green did have to. I mean, red is just supporting. I'm surprised red hasn't used their air units. Like, attacking the enemy before they have answers to air is will honestly yield so much dividend. So it looks like yellow. I mean, that's kind of what I said. Like, blue just went for tier 2. Okay, they are talking about yellow. Blue. Oh, that is very brave to send the fat boy by itself. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I'm just surprised the other players aren't taking more of the map, because honestly, they could. But the north side, I mean, they kind of have to be passive because it does feel like they are struggling to get much of a presence. Orange is moving that fat boy a little too, Oh, you're just tickling that thing, aren't you? Interesting. Now, if that fat boy is allowed to hit a group of enemies, it does have, I think, AoE. And now that fat boy is all isolated. That's the thing, I was very surprised when that fat boy is allowed to send so far forward without any escorts. Yeah, all of them are moving in. Man, they are... The south side is definitely coordinating their attacks, which is a pain to deal with if you're by yourself, because, like, what's your answer? I mean, they didn't fully break through this, but they're probably making Teal think twice before pushing out. Ghost Shader. Where's it targeting? Okay, it's probably the radar. They don't actually see. So green is... I just don't know what blue is doing. I mean, I don't think blue is playing like Sims, but at the same time, blue... I don't think blue has the economy to... They have... Yeah, that's a problem. Blue... That's a lot of construction bots. That is crazy. Yeah, a lot of these are long-range units, which, as you can... Well, I say that and then I'm like, okay, these are artillery too, so... The south side, I feel like, are... Why are they attacking the anti-flak ones? Yeah, that was not a good engagement. Wait, does red have a tier 2? Yes. So now everyone's going to tier 2. Huh. Fiends are definitely interesting because knowing the opponent are using long range, Fiends are fast, so they're hard to hit. And if they can charge in, I mean, I just don't know if they'll have a chance. Another tier 2? Damn. I don't think they have the economy to support this. I think yellow might be too ambitious. Yeah, you don't want to deal with these tremors. At least not allow them to shoot from afar. Okay, they are not hitting anything yet. Fury. Brute Negotiator. Yeah, I feel like that's a mistake. I mean, I very much doubt Yellow has... Yeah, Yellow definitely doesn't have the economy too. I mean, Yellow hasn't... Oh man, they are still using the tier 1. And currently, between these Furies and all of these Tremors... See, this is what Blue needed earlier, right? If... Actually... I mean, I guess they could just outnumber the enemy and just push through. And at that point, there's really nothing that can help them. Man, I didn't expect the top side to win. And I only said that because it felt like Teal wasn't doing too well, Green wasn't doing too well. I guess in some ways, they haven't been doing... Like, both sides were passive. So what ended up happening was when Blue went for tier 2, they got away with it because they were never punished. Yeah, this is pretty... I mean, at this point, orange is mostly gone. Man, looking at the damage there. These tremors are no joke. There's just nothing... They don't have the numbers to stop this at all. So, what can we say about this? In the game where all sides raid and send units, I think Blue's going for tier 2 was a mistake. Orange also didn't get penalized. Like, Orange also went for tier 2 pretty early on, and honestly, if Teal had attacked earlier, Teal wouldn't have been pushed back that much, and the game would have been over a lot sooner. So, okay, so first, a lesson for me, don't jump to conclusions. Just because it looks like it might be over, it's not over. 2, if both sides are more or less passive, because I consider the south side also pretty passive, then going tier 2 and getting that going is honestly a very good call, because it allows you to get a tech advantage that will eventually help you win it. I guess these fiends are the real answers to these quakes. I think yellow is... They come a little too late. Their allies are already gone. And of course, attacking swords is different from attacking artillery. And at the moment, green has also whittled down. I think yellow's mistake was going for a second tier 2. Honestly, this alone, if they build up their forces instead of using resources there, the situation might be more different. But yeah, it's really hard to... Oh, is orange trying to make a comeback? If they do, that'd be impressive. But they're also faced against missile trucks. Yeah, these energy convert... I mean, they need the energy. And what is using up all the metal? Oh, just building that. Yeah, they're... Rebuilding takes a lot of resources and... Tough. But you see a Czar just idling there. Fiends are probably not the best at dealing with the Czars because... they're just that tanky. Wait, they could two-shot them, right? Yeah. So you probably want to swarm them. And it looks like they have a little bit of AoE. Anyways, I think it's decided because teal is finishing orange up. And yellow tries they may. I mean, my problem is yellow still have the tier 1 metal extractors, which is not helping them at all in terms of giving them the resources they need to. And they just can't defend this whole thing. Like, even this have been picked apart by green over time. So yeah, it just shows you, like, if you get the intel that your opponent aren't aggressive, tier 2 works. Because if let's say, you know, orange is fighting teal, right? Orange is fighting teal, yellow is dealing with green, and red just get rocketeers, break through this. What does blue have to answer because they're busy building this, right? Blue would have been. So I personally do feel like in most cases, unless you know your opponent aren't going to push you, going tier 2 is extremely risky. And yeah, things are cleaned up here. I don't think they could recover from this. If yellow could have pushed through green, situation might be a bit different. But overall, it's essentially the given how passive the south side has been, it really gave the north side time to make use of the fact that they had higher tier units. Like, all this time, I do feel like blue doesn't have much in terms of defense. You get through these guards and blue is screwed. And kudos for teal for still hanging in. I mean, I'm surprised of their lack of anti-air, but it's possible that they didn't see a bomber taking out their commander. But yeah, this just shows that, you know, getting intel on the opponents is important because the south side didn't realize blue went for tier 2, because otherwise that would have been a perfect opportunity to break through the center, and then there'll be a 3v2. Yeah, I'm not surprised blue has so many artillery units. I'm not surprised they destroy so many allied units. And yeah, honestly, teal had to do a lot. Like teal, it was quite a back and forth. It was an interesting. And then teal just made sure that the flag didn't collapse, which was all that mattered. And also had a front line so blue's artillery could do something. Yellow definitely did quite a bit pushing forward, but it wasn't enough. Like, they could only help with one flank, and the other flanks, well, once in these battles, once one flank falls and it becomes a 3v2, it's very difficult to come back from, especially when yellow doesn't have like tier 2 metal extractors. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.